And you get a book behind us, and you get to hear it a little bit. But the culinary is a part of a shared partnership with like a great culture we have and trying to speak over the state. But in addition to that, I'd also like to recognize the Phil for our tremendous partner. And I'd also like to say in a special way, somebody who manifests love and goodness and generosity and compassion. And we all need a lot more of that in this world and in our beloved country. And for both of us, I'd like to recognize somebody whose vision and compassion brought us to JPJ's Soul Kitchen. The wonderful Dorothea Hurley Bonjour. You didn't agree the items like no.
My name is Dorothea Bonjour. Some of you might know me as John Bonjour's wife, but I am also the founder of this JPJ Soul Kitchen. JPJ Soul Kitchen is a community restaurant where we serve an in-need and paying customer. So for able to pay for your meal, you have a beautiful meal, a restaurant experience, pay for your meal, and then you pay it forward, and so on, to volunteer for the day. For unable to pay, volunteer, spend some time with us, and with the hope that we can connect you to resources in our area. So I spend a lot of time working with our partners. That's where everything is about. So we, as a vehicle, that's what we all want to keep reentry. We've always been looking at this and we try to help people work and help them and just don't use it today. We are cheap and the barriers and we get it. See that it does work out some of them. So thank you all. So excited for these villages. Such an awesome, resource for them to have where they can go out to the world with skills that they've learned and apply them and help themselves and feed people. And I don't think there's anything more important than feeding our nature. So thank you all for coming today. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you. Again, really special. We have the public defender's office here, we have the prosecutor's office there, we have the team Dave out here, the warden is here, Victor is here, Phil, the Red Bank, Asbury Park, my dear friend John, and I think Susan's coming. And so it's just a lot of support, but it's all housed under a great roof, and I want to say thank you, Dorothea, and I'm going to ask my old friend Jeff first to read us in prayer. And Jeff is, because once a priest, always a priest, but he's semi-retired, sort of. And I just ask him to think about blessings that we have, the shared community, while we come here today.
Let us pray. Oh, higher power, give us the courage to move forward, to see life in all its abundance, be able to share this life with others, to be able to entice people into identifying their needs, claiming their needs, and moving forward with a life in which the power of your holy power is among us. All this we ask in your holy name.
Guys, so I just do was and the great was for a director and we also recognize my boss, our chief operating officer Rob Carter, Rob in the back. So this was, I just want to say an interest of full disclosure. Patterson was, Edward was coming into the program, it was a close vote. I think the prosecutor's office said yes, the public defender's office said no, but I'm not going to go there, no. But it's really special to have someone, a young man, with so many skills, and talk about his life and his future, and what this training meant to him. You're up.
I want to thank God for giving me a chance in life. I was in the wrong way, in the wrong path. Now I can see the future, and I feel blessed. And I want to thank God again. I don't want to talk too much. I'm going to be crying already. That's all I'm going to say. I appreciate this program. I love this program. The Culinary is doing great. You know, I love my partners that I'm working with. Shout out to Chef. Shout out to everybody that puts together. Thank you.
How do you feel differently about yourself and your future?
I feel before, I would say my future was definitely going straight down the road. Now I see my future going straight up to the top. Now,
Right, you guys get it?
yeah.
All right, hey, come on out, come on out. Can you walk up here? I could say thank everybody for this opportunity, everybody that put it together and all of that. The Veteran Council program was my class teacher, my teacher. From competence. Like, very sentenced, we still get it happening. There's a lot of readers that there's a lot I want to say, and I can't really put it into words. People like write something down because my mouth get a little crazy because you know, I feel the way I feel, I express it the way I express it. And sometimes I use 4-letter words when I express it. Well, you know, I think that's the first time I ever gave myself a chance. And I would think of the experience because I know I could do something great with it. I come from a whole other world. I always do my own music to make my own way. And I'm not saying I made the best decisions in life, but I'm making a better one now. And I'm trying. And I got a support system in back of me that was always there. I never used it because I don't like to ask nobody for help. Like I said, everything that I did it by myself. You know, but things are different now. I appreciate my life the way it is. So I just want to say thank you, thank everybody, and you know, I just hope that I'm on the middle, not gonna let them. Right, because I fight, been fighting my whole life, and I'm not gonna stop swinging, not ever. Thank y'all for that. Amen. I also like to recognize the Senator Vingo Collins here. Too bad when we gotta wait for the, you know, Dorothea and the mayor of Asbury. Wow. But I want to say thank you to Ben. Thank you, Senator Gopal, thank you, Senator O'Connell for the great support of the program. I'd also like it, if you come up, should Adrian to share a few words.
I just want to first say, I'm really grateful to God that I'm here today and all you for everybody coming. I get so up. I started this program at the beginning of summer, not knowing how things would pan out. I just am really grateful for the opportunity that I've been giving to the guys that come around because we didn't know each other at the beginning and all through it, we've had, little ups and downs trying to figure this thing out, but we did and we're here against all odds. I just want to say again, thank you for the opportunity and thank our family and friends, everybody that's here, like supporting your support system. And thank you again. Thank you very much.
And now I'd like to call upon the old man in the group.
Yeah. That's what the old man should do. I'm so grateful. Really bad stuff in my life. And to know that it was still here, helping me out, I'm so grateful. I appreciate everything you guys have done. Especially those people back there, there's a couple of people out there, you have Adrian, right there you are. Adrian, this is a little beautiful way to be. Leslie. What do I know? And Adrian, yeah, I said it. And this young fellow right here. There, I have had so much support that I never expected. I mean, it's, and you know, I was there, what?
And Michael, where's Michael?
Mike?
How y'all doing? Thank y'all for coming, the support. I'm thankful for the opportunity. Like we had ups and downs and y'all cutting out and we hear graduation. I want y'all boys. I'm a great way to do this. He got a class, no matter what. That's pretty much it. Thank you. Honor your play. Back when you did a lot. Leisure, I want to see one of them. Today. Yeah, that's it. Right, thank you.
Part having a great team, it's also a great leadership. And, the person who, by the way, this is an interesting graduation because, lunch will be prepared as a city. But I'd like to go, is there a chef coming out? Yeah. Yeah. He's coming. Charlie, great. When your biggest applause is coming from the guys who trained to do something right. Anthony, can you talk about what this means to you?
Yeah, it's definitely the last 3 months has been an experience. More so like a learning experience for me. I've done this in other capacities before. Working with guys that are from similar. So like, I mean, everybody has their personality. I'm sure these guys have all personality, but the way that I do, the way that I work with them, it's I treat everyone separately with their personalities, find their strengths, find their weaknesses, and work with them and make them better. And that's the reason why people stop us. It's been a lot. Like I said, it's been good, it's been bad, but but take them all together and get them all on the same page. And I tell them what my job is on a daily basis, my work, and I have stories for them. And that's how I kind of relate to them, like the little thing that you may not get along with someone, vice versa. It happens. It's everywhere you go. You just have to present yourself in a very good way and deal with it. And then I deal with issues as all of us every day. So it's, I make it as a positive experience, a learning experience. And, we have fun.
All right, still have some yelling issues, but, I just want to say thank you to Brookdale. When I first called upon the president of Brookdale Community College, Dr. David M. Stout.
Graduation ceremonies are our favorite days of the year. Graduation ceremonies are when we get to say congratulations. The first graduating class of this culinary program, the very first graduating class of this culinary program. But it's not the last, and it's not the only program that's been having in partnership with New Jersey Leadership Corporation. It's days like this that reminds us of the college's mission, the college's purpose. Our entire purpose here, our entire purpose for existence is to provide opportunities, provide pathways so that a diverse community is empowered so that they can succeed. This is a perfect example of that kind of an opportunity, that kind of a path. And I want to thank Governor McGreevy, the executive director, and all of your staff members, New Jersey Reentry Corporation. I want to thank also Fulfill and everybody who works at Fulfill, as well as JBJ. By the way, at Brookdale, we know John as Dorothy is. Brian Brookdale, congratulations. This is a perfect example of that kind of a partnership that we have where we work together in order to make sure that we clear the pathway so that we can empower the community so that they can. So I get to have the opportunity to say thank you, say congratulations, but I'm not the person who does the hard work. I want to thank Susan Pagano and his team in the studies. If it wasn't for that moment a few months ago when Governor McGreevy and his team came to Brookdale and said, we have this idea. And again, it's a part of our mission. We want to make sure that every member of our community has access to opportunities for success. If it wasn't for you coming to us and saying, we have this idea for a program, we wouldn't be standing here today. So I want to turn all the thanks back over to you for providing this opportunity.
Thank you. About Brookdale, and Brookdale is an incredible treasure in this county, in the state, and provides not only great academic programs of significant proficiency, but understands what we're doing here, working with different communities to provide them the technical training. And now I would like to call on somebody really special to NJRC, our chief executive officer, and somebody by virtue of his own journey understands the importance of coming home, the importance of training, or COO Robert Carter. Yeah, prefer that to be cool.
You know, we have to thank the enforcement. Obviously, fulfill and fulfill this idea, you know, it's something we had done before, we started from scratch, progressed really quickly. And we're putting together, set with funding. County, everybody came together. And we put together a significant short period of time, you know, create a program, didn't exclude any of our clients. Any of our clients, without the issue, this training and this, you know, they don't really report it. Because that's an issue sometimes for our clients, that you can't learn in certain places, go to certain places. Past, and all varies. Every variable can, you know, all these guys succeed. Where the reality is that, you know, and you guys saw the big stars of this show are right back there, you know, like, I'm gonna tell you right now, the most difficult thing I ever had to do with my baby is somebody else. When I came home, they wanted to change my head and I didn't know how. Can't imagine how difficult that is, because you think you got all the answers. All your answers, gosh, in the jail, prison. So, these gentlemen, they took the opportunity. They put their trust in us. They put their trust in the Church of the Entry. They put their trust in Fulfill and Brookdale. And, you know, they said it, you know, the chef said it was a bumpy ride. It was the first time, you know, our first go around. There were some stumbling blocks, but we made it through. These guys persevered, and they showed up every single time, and they did the work, you know, and just so incredibly grateful for that. Because, I mean, how do you follow that? They tell you, like, I know how they feel. They felt how they felt. That their gratitude. So you don't even have the words to express how big you are. That in the like how you know that. You can see that in another person. You see that you get inside the family. Thank you.
Thank you, I want to say thank you to Robert. Robert's usually an SOB, so get no flow of it, whatever, the kinder, gentler side. He uses it. And then, he heads up our program here and he does a phenomenal job. Alan is motivated from the heart. He reaches out to the community, to the faith-based community, the nonprofit community. He's a real deal. It's a great honor. Runs a phenomenal site. He's got to put up with a couple of troublemakers who are back, but I just like to call upon Hernandez.
Great. So let me also, thank you so much for being here today. Also, let me, introduce you to the team also at Neptune, right? So we have a great, social worker, Ms. Alicia Simmons, right there. Is, also Josie, who's also a veteran social worker. Women specialist. Kathy, the legal coordinator. Vani, our new intake coordinator. Also, great to have you. I think one of our interns in the summer. Great guy. But so we're going. I'm sorry.
We're not on.
No. Everything to the side.
Roger's not there, no.
Absolutely. So very quickly, what Robert was saying is true. The true start of the show are the gentleman right behind me with the chef as well, Chef Anthony. It's great to great honor. I just want to tell you that it is a story of perseverance, right? Because many times there was many little steps that had to be taken, and maybe they didn't think that the small steps would take into the big leap that is today, right? So it's all about the small steps. Mother Teresa said one time that not all of us can do great things, but all of us can do more things with great love, right? Let me just tell you a quick story to illustrate. I'll be quick, promise I'll be quick. One time Mother Teresa was with you and the vessels. She was going to Mexico, right? She got nothing in her pockets. Not right. So she brought people on the plane. Back in those days, they will ask you if you like the chicken, if you like the veggie meal, whatever, right? So they asked her, the stewardess came, and asked Mother Teresa, what meal would you like? And she said, how much is the meal? And they said, well, it's already good. Well, how much is the meal? And she said, well, about $7. So she said, okay, so if I don't eat the meal, give me the money. And then they said, and she said, well, what was the money? Because the food trip to Mexico. And then she said, wow, let me go out to town. Mother Teresa over there. He said, yeah, I know. He said, well, she's trying to. He said, she's going to eat the meal, get the money for the trip to Mexico. And the captain said, oh, I'm thinking of my wallet. And she went and said, Mother Teresa, here's the money. You go. So now they go to the ambassador. They said, well, how was the man? Now they said, okay, we want the meal, right? And then so everybody the meal. And at the end, the brother went to Mother Teresa, said, is there anything else? He said, yeah, what you going to do with the food? He said, we're not giving it away. He said, can I have a He also, but is there anything else? He goes, well, I would like some vans. You have some vans? He said, yes, she got the vans, she got the money, she got the food, and she took a little children next. Thank you.
You and Dorothea, so Dorothea, I just want to thank you for all you did. And Anthony just said, at 11 o'clock is the first course. So when we were planning this program, Rob and Alan said, it's going to be a virtual reality. These guys are going to start cooking. And so they said, well, how are you going to keep people in their seats for an hour? And I said, invite all the lawyers. So with that, Josh, is anybody else here from the prosecutor, from the public defender's office?
No, just me, Jeff.
Okay, so you're the reporter. Come on, public defender's office.
All right, so I'll keep it brief. Everyone else has obviously, said their piece. A big part of my job here at the public defender's office is speaking truth to power. And not only that, but to tell judges that my clients, the people in this kitchen, the people we represent every day, are not as bad as their worst act or their worst moment in life. And as I look around here and I see these guys and they're doing what they love and they're taking time to work for themselves and make a brighter future for themselves and their families, I can now see that these aren't just words that I tell judges to get a better sentence, right? This is real life. And I love to see it. Thank you all.
And part of it is trust, and I want to say thank you to Josh. And I'm going to ask Lindsay to say a few words because part of it is we just had a meeting with the prosecutor in Santiago a couple weeks ago. As again, Senator asked that we engage. Part of it is a partnership. And Lindsay, could you share your thoughts on behalf of the Monmouth County Prosecutor's Office?
Thank you so much for having me. Assistant prosecutor at the Monmouth County Prosecutor's Office. I am here in celebration of an NJRC entry's cookie graduation, but if I was going to be a little bit more particular, I'm here for Eddie. I'm really excited to be here to represent on behalf of Prosecutor Radiant Santiago. We just really had a choice graduation a few weeks ago in Asbury Park. I want to thank the mayor for not only being here today, but also being there at graduation. Alan was there at graduation. My team, if we could just scroll back to the team back there, we have Lindsay and Lou from Hope Sheds Light. We have Mike from CPC CPC, thank you so much. And Kathy, and you came also, the intern came also many times to recovery from NJ Reentry. We are a team that works because of this great partnership. We started a program called the Recovery and Birth Program. It was for people who had low-level crime in municipal court. While it started in Long Branch, it quickly came to Asbury Park, and that was in February of this year. And people get connected to all these types of services through the Recovery and Birth Program. They get substance use services through PPC and Unihope. They get mental health services, often through PPC and the Mental Health Association. They work with recovery specialists like Lou and Lindsay, Hope Says Light, and then they get linked up to all different types of reentry services, including this cooking program through NJ Reentry. And every single one of these people that are here with us today also come into the courthouse. So the courthouse looks completely different than it normally does. Sometimes Josh and I have been on different sides of the aisle, although we forget a lot of things, right, Josh?
I think we did.
But this courtroom setting is not like a recovery court field, which we've had many of those before. It's not like a trial. It is more like a living, where people come in and they're really to learn about recovery. I call it being grafted up public services. And they get to, I use myself, they get to meet all the members of our team, they learn about the program, and this takes place before they ever get in front of the judge, where they get to understand what the program is about. And a huge part of that is building trust, which you've heard so much about. You've heard Rob here about the trust, Alan talking about the trust, and you see it on all of the graduates here today, the level of trust they now have for the Monmouth County community. That takes place before they ever see a judge. And I really want to thank Hope Says Light and CPC and really NJ Reentry, because every once in a while, I would say like every few weeks, Kathy sends me an email, hey, I think you could put this flyer in the RDP file, the RDP folder going out next week. And I say to Lindsay, you think we could put this one in? She's like, sure. And one of them happened to be this culinary. That was one of the flyers in the folder. And it was because Kathy spoke with Eddie that we're here today. So Eddie, even though he graduated from this program, we all were here, we celebrated him. His charges got dismissed, his whole family was there, right? It was one of the most joyous days there that we've had in a long time. Our relationship to Eddie doesn't stop. NJ's relationship to Eddie doesn't stop. Hope Says Light's relationship to Eddie doesn't stop. I know Lou sends him a text message every single morning with that information. That's still happening. It's still happening. He still has a relationship with Mike, and we're here for you. We're here for your family. But I also want to say we're here for his future. Exactly, your future and all the graduates' future are bright. They are not a representation of their country. They stand for more, and there's a future beyond their crimes. And we're really happy to celebrate. We hope to be able to collaborate and be able for more initiatives down the line. We just want to sincerely thank you, Governor, for the outstanding partnership, for all the outstanding people that you bring support. Because RDP is not just in Long Branch and Asbury. We're right here in Esquite. In fact, we're going to be rushing over after we finish up this event to go to RDP Redway. We have a session today, and we're going to be in Keithburg and Howell. And it's largely in part because we're able to do a lot better. Right? Thank you so much.
It's not all, you have the prosecutor, you have the public defender, we're here, CPC, Light, and I had him first under partnership listed, but I figured I had him captain, so I wanted to hear all the good things about, not about the entry, about just how it all works together and how we're changing lives. Let me just say, you know, in politics, put the parts and stuff on the shelf, there are people that really give a darn, people that work it, people that care, people that are here, there in the state legislature when they're developing ideas, and they work with you to see if these ideas are practical, are they going to produce tangible results, and then they show up at the end of those ideas to witness the fruition of their labor. And I'm just saying, my heart, that doesn't happen a lot. This next gentleman is blessed, not only with a sense of conviction and compassion, but he's also blessed with the intellect that his parents gave him to design programs that work. And somebody who's been a great champion of reentry, I'd like to call upon Senator Bingo Bob.
Pleasure, honor to be here. I want to thank Governor McGreevy. 15, 20 years ago, it was politically very unpopular to talk about it. Through Governor McGreevy's efforts with then Governor Chris Christie, now Governor Phil Murphy, through his advocacy, through his leadership, with multiple op-eds, with his meetings, with probably all 120 legislators every time, he has personally worked tirelessly to educate folks from all different political areas about the importance of second chance, about the importance of building a reentry program here in New Jersey that is now a model across the other country that other states are now mirroring. I want to congratulate all the graduates. I want to thank President Stout, Brookdale, JBJ, Phil, Rob and Al, two incredible people that are truly doing God's work. Prosecutor's office, Lindsay, always good to see you. The public defender's office, great to see two fantastic mayors here. John Moore doesn't usually like to leave Asbury Park, so it's nice to see you outside of Asbury Park once in a while. But this is really one of the nice things that we as a community, all the nonprofits, government, public, private sector can come together to really do truly God's work. I am so excited to see what these graduates do in the future. Thank you, Governor, for allowing me to.
And thank you. The Senator is also not kind enough to bring the Senator resolution. We have the Right Honorable William Portman. I got instructions from Justin, but can I have representing the great community of Red Bank? I just want to make sure he takes care of the nonprofit community like JBJ. Could I have Mayor Portman? Mayor?
I was at an event last night with Senator, and he was up there speaking, and he said, and of course, I'd like to give a shout out to our host. The event was at the Basie, so I started looking around. I heard Adam Phillips in it, but then he said, Mayor Portman, and I guess I'm hosting you all in Red Bank. Welcome to Red Bank, and when I say welcome to Red Bank, I mean you are truly welcome here. We are an incredibly inclusive community. Makes me very proud to have been elected mayor here. The amount of services that are available here in Red Bank, I mean, I could go to the list. It just makes me so proud. And shout out to Brookdale, by the way. My wife went back to her nursing degree at Brookdale. Years ago, we had a client who just happened to be Bingo Bob, his wife. So my wife was Ben, his wife's nurse. I love that story anyway. So what I love about Red Bank, what I love about being mayor, and what I love about events like this is I'm literally seeing community being built right before my eyes. Because that's really, to me, the backbone of everything. And there's small communities that are in bigger communities. I always, my kids laugh at me. I always say I like to be a good neighbor. That's like the most important thing to me. I want to be there for my neighbors. And then when I became mayor, my whole definition of neighbor changed, right? The whole town is my neighbors. And if we can kind of just bring that mentality to our everyday interactions with people, we end up with amazing organizations like this. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for having
me. Thanks, Mayor. And we're part of I want to recognize both Tom Arnone and Essentia, who's a dear friend, has a vote right, but that's right. But no, the state of Tom Arnone, who's a dear friend, who's the county director, and has been so supportive of us with the one stop on the nuts and bolts. At the end of the day, government either works or doesn't work. And having somebody like Tom Arnone, who will pick up the phone and make sure it happens for reentry, seems a great deal to us and the client. As it does with having somebody like David Stout, somebody who's good at the door. It's also the sheriff's office, it's also the warden. I've been in Monmouth County. They all, some people just go in. But, you know, I used to go in there and I had to call the sheriff and, you know, like Jim, you really can't be talking to your client or your staff, but I think it's like through their head, like. But I just want to say thank you to Vic for being here, and I'd like to go on board this afternoon for going our kind of work. Homecoming.
No, it's great to see them. Sheriff John Golden, who represents today, unfortunately couldn't be here. He is heading a cremation ceremony. However, I'm thankful to be invited to participate today in this graduation ceremony. Congratulations to graduates. As of many Monmouth County Sheriff's Office freshmen has a partnership with the NJRC, notified inmates, with necessary tools and training to be successful when they're released. So the examples of our partnership with NJRC is we prepare the very tedious paperwork to help them get their birth certificates, their security cards, government IDs. We also offer job training very similar to today. We offer them the opportunity to get their diplomas as well. We have great success over the years. We have very productive relationships with the NJRC, and we commend and will always continue to support Governor McCready and the NJRC, not only here in Monmouth County, but around the state. Again, congratulations to the graduates, and thank you for allowing me to be part of this very much today.
I just want to say thank you, Richard, thank you for reminding me that the sheriff wouldn't be here. He had a very special ceremony today. They buried the remains of veterans. That was implied, bodies were not claimed. And it's a special reclamation ceremony that the sheriff does every year and takes them down to the Doyle Cemetery. And my father was USMC, it's very meaningful because these are bodies are not claimed and they're cremated, and the sheriff personally escorts them down to the Brigadier John Doyle Cemetery. And so I just want to say thank you to the sheriff. And I also, our partnership with Phil has been tremendous. I had the opportunity to talk to Dorothea early, understanding all that Phil offers, the support for the community, for this great kitchen. With that, I'd like to call up Phil, Chief Executive Officer, the right on the fairness and
I don't think I've ever been called very honorable before. Thank you, Dorothea and the whole JBJ team for hosting today. Thank you to all the partners. Yeah, I think what's coming through is just the beauty and the power of partnership. Phil is the food bank that serves Monmouth and Ocean counties, and that's best known for is the food that we provide as an immediate relief to our neighbors facing hunger. And there are about 100,000 individuals within Monmouth and Ocean counties who are food insecure, so who are struggling with hunger. We don't want that number to grow by a single one. But to make sure that that happens, we have to work on the root causes. And we know one of the biggest contributors to food insecurity is lack of a job, is unemployment. And any barrier that gets between a willing person and a job makes them that much more likely to be in a home when there's not enough food. So when NJ Reentry approached us and said, we've got this great partnership with Brookdale and all we're missing is a kitchen. We had a kitchen warehouse that was being used during the day to produce meals for children in low-income families, but wasn't being used for anything else. we said we can figure something out to make this work. It was a no-brainer. It was no-brainer sense of the word. So I'm so honored and happy to be here today at this moment of graduation. I've seen these gentlemen every week for the past several weeks, meeting in the conference room right after my election, doing their job, being consistent week in and week out, going into our kitchen, cooking up food. They treated me recently to a stuffed French toast that was delicious, and I can tell you we are all in the trade. Get there. Congratulations, all of you. I hope that what you see coming from here today is that there is an entire community united in our success. Thank you so much for taking the
And then just a few more folks that I'd like to recognize. Zach, you want to talk about it? No. EJ, get over here. So EJ's one of our home law school, the Bridgeburg in summer. What did you learn working with your clients?
So it's a pleasure to meet everybody today. I'm glad I get a lot of attendance. I go to Seton Law School. I worked at New Jersey again this summer. So right after my 1L year or like a freshman year for those who don't know multiple levels. But yeah, I worked with my great team over this summer. And I learned so much. You know, obviously just how to, you know, work with the court system and, you know, help your clients, you know, and get out of, like, you learn really my true lesson in all of this was just empathy. Like I'll talk to people that have never been in this kind of field, never been in the industry, never even like talk to somebody who's been involved with the jail system, and the way that they'll describe, you know, people like the folks we have back here put in hard work today. You know, it's just it's a little sad to see that, you know, a lot of people kind of throw folks away. Like they don't understand it, and you know, you have to be in the position to understand it. That's it.
Program. Yeah. I'm gonna have you just finish go up. You're in front of the prosecutor. And now I'm wondering, like, we said, one more speaker will start serving on first court.
I just want to give a couple of thanks to all of the folks who helped put this program together. First, I want to thank and all of your team at New Jersey, Rob and Alan. Honestly, this could never have come together. I think back to our first meeting sometime earlier this summer, and when we first talked about this idea, and it's exciting. We're all really excited. We didn't know how we could come together. In particular, Alan, I think there were many weeks over the summer when we were talking at that. So I really think support because this would never have and really support all students. So I really think for that. I want to thank Phil because you know without space to run this program, obviously we never would have work. We appreciate your hospitality. We appreciate Stu. Stu has been incredible. You've done and you know helped us out so much throughout the process.
deliveries, food deliveries, supplies, anything that we needed, we do that, and we asked for help, soon to help us. I really, really appreciate all of your help, throughout the process. I know that we learned a lot throughout, right? This is our first time doing it, so I think, there are things that we can improve upon as we go forward, but really all of your help and support has been. I want to thank the Brookdale team, so Dr. Stout, and Dr. Hernandez, staff, Vice President of Academic Affairs, for all of your support. And I want to give a huge shout out to Nick Kavinsky. He's our coordinator of workforce development. He handled all of our support. Yes.
No, such a good group. I just like to call Gary, the Edinburgh Park Mayor, John Moore. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the jail. Thank you. Alan said, John, tell me you don't have to speak. And the other prayer, I hate speaking even more, but thank you, but especially, I go back to the governor briefly, many. I teased it before, we both had around hair. But we don't. Lindsay and the prosecutor said, we're actually having a graduation ceremony 2 weeks ago, and for a lot of people in this room know Jimmy Butler. And Jimmy Butler has been around forever. He was at the graduation ceremony. He said it was like the happiest day of his life working in Asbury Park back in the 70s. And tears were coming from his eyes. And so I basically followed up and said, again, the beautiful thing from being all. I said before the governor, like, look at this weather, it's visible. It's maybe visible out there, but my heart is still in sunshine today because of all of this. Thank you all very, very much. Ready for, I just want to wrap up and then I'm going to call upon Anthony to explain what's going to happen. I just want to say thank you to everybody. I go back to fundamental, Senator Gopal. I'm going to say thank you to Ben for supporting the state legislature. I'm going to say thank you to the prosecutor's office. I'm going to say thank you to the public defenders. I'm going to say thank you for I'm going to say thank you to the mayors. I'm going to say most importantly thank you to our program participants, to Alan and Rob. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our executive chef.
So what we're doing is each one of us, well, we're in pairs, and it's like a little semi competition, let's say. So, so first of all, we 8 volunteers to be a part of the tasting. The guys and myself, we bring out the food gradually. And I set up the 2 tables together, or 3 possibly, and get everybody up to Cheers.
force of a start, $1,000 starting like this. Let's go with, a little bit of mixed drink and all those songs.
Thank you.
Sure.
Where you are.
All right.
Well, yeah, but you actually,
Great.
I'm thinking you walk in. Maybe that's right here. Yeah. Yeah, yep. You see, it's not one. Huh? Like I'm trying to make it. I know, it's like, I was in a different scene. Yes. It's like, I was supposed to clean up the faces. Yeah. Look at the menu here. Look at the menu. This is what they can do. One thing about me as well too. So just one thing. They have a salmon. The salmons. You switch it to the, oh, no. You're listening. And me for, your 40,000. Chief makes me a different flyer. That's probably. It's all things. Yeah. Happening. Yeah. Yeah. I see. Well.